Are your legs feeling weaker, shakier, or more painful as the years go by? Do you notice it's harder to walk across the room, stand up from your chair, or climb a few simple steps? You might be blaming age, arthritis, or poor circulation. But what if the real cause is hiding in your kitchen right now? What I'm about to reveal in this video may truly shock you, because after decades of treating seniors with unexplained muscle loss, leg cramps, and instability, I've uncovered a deeply hidden truth. Certain fruits, yes, fruits commonly believed to be healthy, are silently destroying your muscles and leg strength. The same fruits you may be eating every day to stay healthy might actually be stealing your balance, draining your energy, and accelerating your decline in ways you never imagined. In this video, I'll expose the top 5 fruits that could be weakening your legs with every bite, and show you exactly what to avoid, what to replace, and how to reclaim your stability and freedom. Stay with me, because the truth is not only surprising, it could change how you eat forever before we dive in. If you haven't subscribed yet, I recommend you hit that button and turn on the bell so you never miss another health tip made just for you. If you enjoy this video, type 1 in the comments. If not, type 0 to let me know how I can make better content for you. 1 pineapple, a hidden trigger for muscle inflammation. I'll never forget Margaret. She's 73, lives in Arizona, and walked into my clinic complaining of nagging leg pain and cramping that had crept up over the last 6 months. She said it started with a strange tightness in her thighs, then turned into burning aches in her calves, especially at night. She assumed it was just aging, but after digging into her lifestyle, I noticed something odd every morning. She started her day with a big bowl of fresh pineapple. Like most seniors, Margaret believed she was making a healthy choice. After all, fruit is supposed to be good for you, right? But what she didn't know, and what most people still don't realize, is that pineapple, though natural, can silently destroy muscle health and leg strength in people over 60. Here's why. Pineapple is loaded with natural sugars that spike blood glucose rapidly. For older adults, this becomes a serious issue. Why? Because aging muscles already struggle to absorb and utilize glucose effectively. Every sugar spike throws off insulin balance, leaving muscles underfueled, fatigued, and prone to weakness over time. This leads to visible loss in muscle mass, particularly in the lower limbs. But sugar isn't the only threat. Pineapple is also high in citric acid and bromelain, 2 compounds that can worsen chronic inflammation, especially in people with arthritis, past injuries, or vascular issues. That constant low-grade inflammation. It settles in the joints, stiffens the knees, and depletes your ability to walk or even stand for long periods. Worse, it's silent. You won't feel it happening until one day you find yourself needing help to climb stairs that once felt easy. Margaret cut back on the pineapple, replaced it with anti-inflammatory fruits like blueberries, and within 4 weeks, her nighttime cramps had faded and she was walking more comfortably. So the next time you reach for that sweet golden slice of fruit, remember, not everything natural is harmless, especially not after 60. Your body changes, your metabolism slows, and what once helped can now hurt. But pineapple is just the beginning, because the next fruit we're going to talk about is one of America's most trusted healthy snacks. Yet it could be draining the strength from your legs 1 bite at a time. If you're still watching and finding these insights helpful, please comment number 1 below to let me know you're with me. Now let's move on to point number 2. 2 bananas, potassium-rich, but muscle-damaging in excess. When Harold came into my office, he looked puzzled and exhausted. A 69-year-old retired school principal from Ohio, Harold had always tried to eat clean. He proudly told me he had 2 bananas every day, 1 with breakfast and 1 as a midday snack. It keeps my heart healthy, he said with a smile. But then his smile faded, his complaint. His legs felt like sandbags, heavy, weak. Sometimes they trembled when he stood from his recliner. He had also started getting random cramps, especially in the calves at night. After a thorough evaluation, blood work, and dietary review, the answer became clear. His healthy banana habit was silently destroying his muscles and leg strength. Bananas are praised for their potassium. And yes, potassium is essential for nerve and muscle function. But here's the catch. Too much potassium can backfire, especially in older adults. As we age, our kidneys, responsible for filtering excess minerals, become less efficient when potassium builds up. It can disrupt electrical signals in the muscles. This leads to misfiring nerves, irregular contractions, and you guessed it, weakness, cramping, and even instability when walking. Bananas are also high in natural starches, which quickly break down into sugars. This causes blood sugar spikes that strain insulin regulation, a major concern for older adults, particularly those managing prediabetes or diabetes over time. Fluctuating blood sugar depletes energy available to your leg muscles, creating fatigue and sluggish movement. Harold had no idea his clean eating habit was causing this much damage. Once he reduced his banana intake to a few times a week and balanced it with fiber and protein, the cramping eased and he felt stronger. Walking around the block again. "I thought bananas were harmless," he said, "but they were slowing me down more than I realized." The lesson is clear. What's marketed as healthy doesn't always serve aging bodies. Well, you must listen to your legs and look beyond the label. But believe it or not, the next fruit on our list is even more dangerous because it not only weakens your muscles, but also chokes off circulation to your lower limbs. And chances are, it's already sitting in your refrigerator right now. 3 grapes sweet, but a circulation killer. Eleanor was 76 when she first came to see me, a retired librarian from Oregon. She lived alone, stayed active, and took pride in eating naturally. Each afternoon, she'd snack on a bowl of green grapes while watching her favorite TV shows. She believed it was a better option than cookies or chips, and in many ways it is. But Eleanor came to me with a frightening complaint. Her legs were often numb, swollen and tingling. She'd begun to stumble over nothing at night. Her calves cramped so badly she'd wake up crying. It wasn't long before I discovered something surprising. Those sweet, innocent grapes were silently destroying her muscles and leg strength. Here's what most people don't know. Grapes are loaded with fructose, a natural sugar that, when consumed in excess, contributes to high triglyceride levels in seniors, especially those over 65. High triglycerides thicken the blood and reduce circulation, cutting off the oxygen supply that leg muscles desperately need. Without proper blood flow, your legs become starved of nutrients, leading to weakness, fatigue, and slower recovery after simple activities like walking or gardening. But it doesn't stop there. Grapes also raise uric acid levels, which are directly linked to gout, a painful condition that attacks the joints, particularly in the feet and legs. Eleanor's symptoms mirrored this pattern, and the grapes she ate daily, while seemingly harmless, were acting like tiny fuel pellets for inflammation and poor circulation. Adding to the danger, many commercial grapes, especially the shiny seedless kind sold in supermarkets, are coated in chemical preservatives and synthetic waxes. These substances, when consumed over time, accumulate in the body, increase oxidative stress, and subtly interfere with vascular and muscular function. That's how silent damage builds up one bowl at a time. When Eleanor cut back on grapes and added anti-inflammatory fruits like cherries and blueberries, her legs' swelling decreased more. Importantly, her balance improved and she regained the confidence to walk without fear. Now ask yourself, Is that bowl of grapes worth risking your independence? And yet, what if I told you the next fruit isn't sweet at all? In fact, it's 90% water and marketed as the perfect summer snack. But in older adults, it could be flushing away the very minerals your muscles rely on to stay strong. If you're still watching and finding these insights valuable, please comment number 1 below to let me know you're here. Now let's keep going with point number 4. 4. Watermelon, deceptively hydrating, but mineral depleting. When I first met Leonard, he was 72 and proud of his health-conscious lifestyle, a retired Army veteran living in Georgia. Leonard was tough, disciplined, and walked every morning. But recently, he told me something had changed. "Doctor," he said, "my legs feel like they're betraying me. I'm drinking more water, eating light, but I'm more tired than ever. I even had to sit down halfway through my walk last week." As we talked, he mentioned that every summer afternoon, like clockwork, he'd sit on his porch with a large bowl of cold watermelon, his refreshing reward. That detail was the key. Most people don't realize it, but watermelon, while seemingly harmless and hydrating, can silently destroy your muscles and leg strength, especially after 60. Here's why watermelon is more than 90% water, which gives the illusion of hydration. But the truth is, it acts as a natural diuretic, increasing urination, and in turn, flushing out key electrolytes like magnesium, calcium, and sodium that your aging muscles desperately need to function. Without these minerals, your muscles become prone to cramps, twitching, and weakness. You may think you're nourishing your body, but you could be depleting the very foundation of your leg stability. Even more concerning, watermelon is high on the glycemic index. This means it causes rapid blood sugar spikes followed by energy crashes. And as we age, our metabolism struggles to handle these swings. The result, heavy, unresponsive legs that feel like they're dragging behind you. Leonard had no idea his favorite fruit was sabotaging him. Once he cut back and started pairing smaller servings with protein and mineral-rich foods, the change was remarkable. His strength improved, the cramps stopped, and that daily walk, he made it all the way through, proud and steady. Don't be fooled by appearances. Just because something is light and watery doesn't mean it's safe. In fact, the most dangerous foods are often the ones we never suspect. And if you think watermelon was surprising, just wait until you hear what I have to say about orange juice, America's healthy breakfast drink that might be aging your legs faster than time itself. 5. Orange juice, the healthy drink that weakens legs. Patricia was 75 when she first came to see me, a former nurse from Florida. She'd always been careful about her health, watched her salt, walked every day, and started each morning the same way for the last 30 years. A tall glass of orange juice. She told me, proudly, "It's my vitamin C. That's what keeps me going." But recently, something had changed. Her legs had grown stiff, achy, and unstable. Climbing stairs became a chore. Even rising from the couch took extra effort. "I feel like my legs just don't listen to me anymore." She confessed, after reviewing her lifestyle and running a few labs, I had to tell her the truth. It was the orange juice, the very drink she thought was protecting her, was actually silently destroying her muscles and leg strength. Here's why. Store-bought orange juice, even the kind that says 100% pure on the label, is concentrated sugar in a glass. One 8-ounce serving can have as much sugar as a can of soda. For aging bodies, this is a serious problem. Sugar spikes insulin, then crashes energy levels. This roller coaster effect deprives muscles of stable fuel, leading to fatigue, shakiness, and progressive muscle loss. You may feel a short burst of energy, but it's quickly followed by heaviness in your legs and eventually a decline in your ability to walk confidently. What's worse, orange juice lacks fiber, the natural barrier found in whole fruit that slows sugar absorption. Without it, the glucose rush is immediate and aggressive over time. This triggers chronic inflammation, particularly in the knees, hips, and lower back. The result? Your legs grow more painful, your balance suffers, and your risk of falls rises. Patricia was stunned. I thought I was doing the right thing, she said quietly. She replaced her juice with water infused with lemon slices and began eating whole oranges instead. Within weeks, her leg stiffness lessened and her energy became more stable. It's like I got my legs back, she told me with a smile. So if orange juice can betray your body like this, what else in your daily routine could be quietly draining your strength? Well, now that you know what to avoid, let's talk about what you should do instead to rebuild, protect, and strengthen your legs. Starting today, 6. What should you do instead? By the time I met James, he was 81 and living alone in a small town outside of Milwaukee, a proud Korean War veteran and retired mechanic. James had always prided himself on staying strong, but he was scared, and he admitted it, Doc. He said, I'm losing my legs. I don't trust them anymore. I stand up, and they shake. I walk to the mailbox, and I'm exhausted. I'm afraid I'll fall and not get back up. He wasn't being dramatic. He was being honest, and unfortunately, his story isn't rare. After a full evaluation, I realized that, like so many older Americans, James had fallen into the trap of eating what looked healthy: fruit salads, juice with breakfast, low fat, processed snacks. But these foods were slowly stripping his legs of strength and stealing his independence. So what should he and you do instead? First, understand this truth. As we age, muscle preservation becomes just as important as heart health or bone density. After age 60, we naturally lose 1 to 2% of muscle mass each year, unless we actively fight it. And without strong leg muscles, we lose mobility, balance, and eventually, freedom. The first step is to replace fake healthy with truly nourishing foods. That means choosing whole fruits over juices and low-sugar anti-inflammatory options like blueberries, raspberries, and tart cherries. These are packed with antioxidants that help protect your muscles, not inflame them. Next, prioritize foods rich in protein and key minerals that support muscle function: eggs, cottage cheese, plain Greek yogurt, lean meats like turkey or fish, magnesium, rich foods like spinach, pumpkin seeds, and avocados, potassium balancing options like cucumbers and cooked leafy greens instead of bananas or watermelon, plenty of water with a pinch of sea salt, or a magnesium tablet to support hydration and prevent cramping. I also advise James to eat small, balanced meals throughout the day to keep his energy and blood sugar steady. No more crashing after a sugary breakfast. Within 2 months of making these changes, he walked into my office, taller, stronger, and smiling. I'm back to walking the dog again, he said, and I'm not scared anymore. But nutrition is only one part. I tell all my patients, your legs need movement, even if it's just 10 minutes of walking twice a day or chair-based leg lifts in front of the TV. Consistency beats intensity. Strong muscles need to be used and fed. And here's something most seniors don't realize. Most of the damage we experience in our legs isn't sudden. It's slow. It's silent. It's daily. But the good news is the healing can be daily too. And that's where real hope begins. So if you're serious about keeping your legs strong, mobile, and pain-free into your 70s, 80s, and even 90s, then what you do, starting today, truly matters. Because now you've seen the hidden dangers. But next, let me bring it all together. I want to show you the full picture. What's weakening your legs and how to reclaim them step by step, the silent mistake that's weakening seniors everywhere. If you've made it this far, it means one thing you care deeply about: preserving your strength, your mobility, and your independence. And that matters, because the truth is, most seniors don't realize how something as simple as the fruit they eat or the juice they drink could be quietly eroding the very muscles they rely on to stand, walk, and live freely. The silent mistake, trusting healthy labels without understanding how aging changes the way your body processes, even natural foods after 60, your body isn't as forgiving. The kidneys slow down. Blood sugar becomes harder to manage. Inflammation builds faster, and muscles recover slower. That means the very same foods that once gave you energy and vitality, like bananas, grapes, pineapple, watermelon, or orange juice, can now rob your legs of strength, drain your endurance, and increase your risk of falls, fractures, and dependency. It doesn't happen overnight. That's what makes it dangerous. It happens quietly, gradually, until one day you struggle to rise from a chair or you fear a walk around the block. Many of my patients don't come in because of sharp pain. They come in because they feel themselves slipping little by little. But here's the hope. You can stop that decline, starting now by making simple changes, by being aware of the fruits and drinks that affect aging muscles, and by nourishing your body intentionally. You can reclaim your balance, improve your energy, and protect the legs that carry your freedom. I've seen it again and again. Men and women in their 60s, 70s, even 80s, who once felt helpless now walking tall again, because they finally understood how their food was affecting their body. So now I ask you, what will you do with this knowledge? Because your legs don't just move your body, they move your life. And protecting them isn't just about walking, it's about holding on to your dignity, your independence, and your future. Your next step matters more than ever. These lessons are meant to inspire you to live fully and authentically. Now, I'd love to hear from you. Take a moment to reflect and share one thing you've learned and plan to apply in your own life. Let's support each other on this journey toward embracing these truths. If you enjoyed this video, please leave a comment with 1. If not, feel free to comment with 0. Your feedback means a lot to us. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to our YouTube channel for more content like this. Thank you for watching. And here's to living life on your own terms.